What really hit me is you sign the waiver, and it's like death may be an option. It's like, all right, hey, this is modern day gladiator shit. You know what I'm saying? So
that's crazy.
We strap up. We ready, man.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Alpha Grand TV. I'm the great Bambi 42, and today I am here with Ray Northwest.
What's going on?
Musician, mixed martial artist, and he's got a fight coming up October 15th, so I really want to just talk to you before that championship fight coming up, because, man, you and Jacob are doing crazy things in Spokane. Literally see you guys every single weekend on a banner somewhere. You guys just did Pig Out in the Park. How was Pig Out in the Park? Tell me about that real quick.
Man, Pig Out was crazy, man. It was crazy, man. I don't even know where to start. Like, you know, we did Pig Out a couple years ago, 2019, and Jacob had me for a few songs, and we kind of, I forgot what stage it was, but it was definitely a smaller stage. And just doing the pavilion this year, man, it was a game changer, you know, a lot of love, it's just crazy, man, to soak in.
So many people, right? Like,
yeah,
the stage was packed, like, crazy, right?
Yeah, I don't even know how many people were there, man. There must have been, like, hundreds. I can't tell, you know.
The one thing I did see was Django, when he did his performance, like, somebody in the crowd, like, passed out or something.
Yeah.
He put a stop to the show, and he was, like, trying to get them help and stuff. So.
Nah, good one on Django, man. It was like the heat got to him or something like that.
Shout out Django. Killing it out here for sure. Yeah, man. I think I met you maybe 3.5 years ago. We did a music video. What was that song called?
Don't Need You?
Don't Need You, bro.
Yes,
like,
sir.
Damn.
Get deterred.
3.5 years ago, man. Like, that was my 19th music video, which is crazy. I'm at 48 at this point. But, yeah, people still tell me they with that song, like, a lot. And it's like, the music, like, first of all, tell me how you got into, like, making the music. And when did you start making music?
I started making music when I was 16. As far as like getting in the studio, making songs, doing shows, I was about 16. Did my first show at the Pen, downtown Spokane. So
that's where it all started,
yes,
right?
sir. That's where it all started.
Anymore, but
R.I.P.
Yeah,
you know.
And then you kind of transitioned into the fighting. I didn't get to go to your first fight. I regret it to this day. I remember you posting it, and I was like, "Damn, this guy's really about to step into the cage." Yeah, tell me about your first fight. Like, I didn't get to experience that. How was that process?
So my first fight was actually a little crazy. So it was supposed to be my original opponent. He dropped out. You know, he said he was in town, kind of made excuses or whatnot. And then a good long-time friend of mine, like before in the past, his name's Justin. Shout out Justin, man. He's a beast. He's an animal. He doesn't really like, he wasn't cage fighting, but he was a fighter, you know. He knows how to fight, knows how to get down. And he just stepped up, man. He stepped up to the plate. And it was at the Beatdown in West Central, west side of Spokane. And, yeah, I mean, we just threw hands, you know. He definitely had a chin, man. But, yeah, I took the victory on that one, and it's just...
How did you, like, get into fighting? Like, cause like, somebody had to, like, introduce you to it or see something in you that was like, man, we got to get this guy in the cage.
Yeah, so a good friend of mine, Ashton Charlton over at Sick, he kind of was talking about it and stuff. I remember on Facebook. And it's crazy because just, I want to say, like, just a little over a year ago, I was sitting at work and I was watching these fights at the casinos. I was like, man, I could probably get up in there, you know. And I was like, nah, I can't. And so it was just kind of like a test, you know. I was like, this might become a little hobby because I'm just doing music, you know. I mean, music's been my life. And it changed the first time I walked into the gym, man. I fell in love with it. It was just...
Which gym was it?
It was so Paco Mora's gym. It was called the Dungeon. That's where I started out. Shout out to him. But anyways,
definitely.
Yeah, he brought me in, man, and he's all about taking kids in, especially like kids with, you know, kind of hard backgrounds or just hard lives, and he doesn't charge. Nice. And it's kind of like a starting base. Right now I'm at Warrior Camp, though, and my man Terrence McKinney, man, he talked me into that, you know. Shout out Terrence.
Absolutely, shout out Terrence McKinney. And for him to take you under his wing, man, that is an amazing opportunity.
Oh, guaranteed.
Like, his last fight, man, like,
Crazy.
Just to see the progression in his stand-up.
Of course,
and
yeah.
in his stand-up and hit the combinations that he was throwing, unbelievable. Like, you can literally see the growth. And he's about to take the top 10. Like, called out Patty the Baddie. Like,
yeah, it's crazy, man. First UFC fight was like, what, last year, I think, for him last year. Yeah,
and he fought Fiam. I don't know if you know who that is, but he just fought again in the UFC and like dominated in his fight. So it's like, it just makes Terrence's fight look even better. Like, man, he finished this guy in the first round, and then this guy came back and went on a tear. But
yeah, man, especially that test with Drew Dober. I mean, that was a dog fight, man. That was a dog fight.
He almost
Drew
got
Dober's
him
a
out of
beast.
there. He almost got him there. I hope he got a bonus for that fight because he put on a show and he deserves it more than anybody. But yeah, so you're at Warrior Camp right now. Yeah, tell me about how did you get the opportunity to start training at Warrior Camp?
Man, Warrior Camp is great. First off, shout out Pablo. Pablo and Terrence are basically the ones that kind of took me in. So Terrence basically saw me training and stuff like that, and he was like, because I went to Warrior Camp when I was at the dungeon, we'd cross train sometimes, so we went over there on like Fridays, 10-round sparring, and he's just like, you're nice with the hands, man. You know, I like you. You know, this, that, and the third. Then he saw me at my second fight that I just had, and just, you know, let that speak for itself. But he's just like, hey, man, if you ever want to think about it, Warrior Camp's the way. You know, it's to level up. Like, I see a lot of potential in you. I see a lot of, you know, just
yeah,
absolutely.
That Conquest of the Cage, right? That's
Conquest of the Cage. Yep.
That's Rick Little's promotion.
Yep, Rick Little. Yep.
Man. That I have to just thank you, honestly, because I got like that night was literally a movie. Like, you can't write a movie any better than what happened that night. You have the underdog coming in. You're not even on the poster. You know what I'm saying? Were you originally the main event on that fight?
I think it was kind of talked about it. It basically, I heard it from my old coach.
Nice.
And then, I mean, I think I even took it like it was a 2-week notice. Yeah. So his original opponent dropped out.
You're talking about Ortega, right?
Yeah, Ortega's original opponent. He dropped out, and they just, on 2-week notice, are like, hey, you want to fight? You know, main event.
Bro.
It's like, yeah, let's get it.
I remember seeing that post on Facebook and just being like, all right, now I need to be there. I need to try to do whatever I can to capture some of these moments that you're creating, you know? I remember like being there and like filming a couple of the fights beforehand, and you were just in like a certain I didn't even want to bother you. I wanted to get an interview, but I was like, damn, I really don't want to bother him when he's in this like in that headspace. Right,
just go
mode.
I'm saying?
Like go mode, 100%. Yeah. How were you feeling before that fight?
I was actually I thought I was gonna be a lot more nervous than I actually was. So I was just kind of like angsty, you know, because the main event is at the end of the night. So I'm waiting there all night, jumping around, trying to keep myself busy, warm, you know. Yeah, I mean, I was just kind of soaking it in, man. It was just kind of crazy, you know. I was more astonished. I was looking around like, damn, I'm really here, main event. All these people, man. Rick Little's card, like UFC, Julia Penna's UFC coach. Like, come on, like I gotta make this happen, you know. And yeah, Jaden was a strong cat, man, but I had to show everybody, man, you know.
Bro, it was unbelievable. Like, everything about that night. And the fact that they have all the video of it, you can, like, recall and look at all that video. Like, literally unbelievable. Like, what's your process like right before a fight? Are you nervous, like, going into it?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, any fighter that tells you he's not nervous in some way, you know, shape or form.
Absolutely.
It's kind of a lie, you know. Yeah, I mean, I was nervous. Basically, the most nerve-wracking point when you're walking out and it really soaks in. The lights come, the music's on. You know, you looking at all the people. Yeah, everyone's all drunk. Everyone's faded, stuff like that.
You giving me an opportunity to, like, actually shout out Bear's Best Photo, because he was really the guy who gave who I was there. I was in the crowd, but then he came in and he was like, right before your fight, he came up to me and he was like, bro, come on, like, get backstage. And so he got me, like, right up there cage side. And then I just remember getting the opportunity to, like, film your whole walkout, and then after you got the knockout to capture you and Terrence and that whole celebration. Like, that was unbelievable. It was amazing,
man.
Yeah. Literally, like I said, you can't write it any better. And for your second fight, like, holy crap. You did get injured in that fight. How bad was the injury? How long did it set you back? Were you anxious to get back into the gym right after that fight and you weren't able to?
Yeah. So what happened is I suffered it was just like a mild concussion, and then I shattered. I mean, just completely shattered my big toe.
Yeah.
And I kind of broke my little one. It healed up real fast, but I mean, yeah, I was down for like almost 3 months, man. It was just the inactiveness was killing me. You know, I had to really just watch a lot of videos, study, chill.
Yeah.
And I still went to the gym, but I mean, I was in the boot, you know, so.
Yeah. How many times have you watched that fight back?
My last fight?
Yeah.
Oh, man, how many times I watched it? I don't know, probably 100.
Damn. That's 100 times. Yeah, because I don't know if you can see do you see when the injury happened?
Yeah, so there's what's called setting up your kicks for people that's not really familiar. So basically, you know how people throw combos. I was supposed to throw something with my hands, so like maybe like a 1-1-2 or something, and then kick. Because basically, when you start with the punches, it kind of distracts your opponent. From the leg kicks and stuff like that. But I mean, bro's leg was just solid. He was he's a big kid, and I didn't set up that kick, so just boom.
It looks like
my
he kind
toe.
of checked it, like he kind of lifted the knee.
Yeah, so my
know.
toe just made complete contact, man, with his knee, and just.
Didn't even feel it though. Heat of the moment, you were kind of sitting on the counter too, huh? You were kind of waiting for him to throw, and then you were gonna come over the top.
Yep, yeah. I wouldn't say. I mean, that's the thing, man. You learn a lot every fight, so you just learn more stuff. I was kind of regretting being a little hesitant, but I mean, I really wasn't regretting anything. At the end of the day, it was perfect. So
it was perfect.
But yeah, no, I was waiting for the counter for sure. You know.
Yeah, another weird. I don't know if you right after you knocked him out too. Somebody like gave you like $100 or something in the audience. I don't even know if I should say.
Hey, whoever that man is, man, somewhere out there, shout out that dude. I hope you're there at the next fight, dog. October 15th.
It was so funny though, cause like you win, you get the knockout, and then like you're like posing for the cameras, and like I have the video, and it's like you kind of see like $100 in your hand. It's really funny. But and like after you knocked him out, you were just like in warrior mode. You know what I'm saying? Like you went up to him, you like were lifting his legs, like
So
that's kind of weird. I was like, what is going on right now?
So there's actually a thing. I think I mean, you could pretty much quote me on it. I'm about like 99.9% sure that this is actually accurate. So something to do with the blood flow. Lifting up people's legs, and it helps them when they're knocked out and dazed, kind of.
Even in that moment, you were still like trying to. Like make sure that this guy was okay.
Oh, of course,
basically. Yeah. That's crazy, man. Because, man, to be so new in the sport but still understand like the mixed martial arts aspect of it, right? Unbelievable night. Movie. Rick Little, shout out Rick Little, man.
Shout out Rick, man.
Is he now your head coach? Is that
no? So Pablo Alfonso at Warrior Camp is Rick is just I met him through my old coach about a year ago. And he's the one that set me up with being the main event of my last fight. Yeah, shout out to him, man. Really making an opportunity for me. No one else was stepping up, so I was like, now's the time,
Yeah, I mean, he's literally in the octagon with Juliana Pena fighting Amanda Nunes for the bantamweight women's championship. Like, it's crazy. Like,
it's wild, man.
When it comes to Spokane and the UFC, like he literally he's the guy. He's the guy to take you under his wing and kind of show you that path. Like you got Brady now about to make his UFC debut as well.
Yeah, guaranteed.
Like and
crazy.
I don't know. Shout out Brady. He was on the Ultimate Fighter. He made it to the finale, and man, the finale was unbelievable. Just a war of a fight.
Oh yeah, it was. I forgot his name. It's Ricky.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, it was an amazing fight. Just I would love to get him on here too, and just kind of learn about his experience during the Ultimate Fighter. But yeah, so you end up getting the knockout. Movie. We got crazy dope footage of it. I still need to I got whatever footage you wanted that too. I got all of it, bro. You can have guaranteed. Whatever you need. You ended up getting the foot healed up, and then we had another fight.
Yes, sir.
We had another fight, King of the Cage.
Yeah.
Where your homie Jacob Van Al made his amateur debut.
Guaranteed.
So what were some of the differences? Like you got to have that moment. You got to have like a crazy movie moment for yourself, but then like right after you get to see like when your best friend basically, put it all on the line as well. You know what I'm saying? Man. So what were you more nervous for yourself, or were you more nervous when he stepped in?
No, I was more nervous for Jacob, man. Not for him, but for just the experience. I mean,
Yeah.
talking about, so me doing a fight on 2 week notice, he did it on five days.
That's unbelievable.
5 day notice.
That is crazy.
Crazy, man. He's a crazy animal. But anyways,
and
yeah.
a promotion like King of the Cage too.
Exactly,
like,
exactly.
One of the biggest promotions literally in this area.
Right.
Like, yeah.
I mean,
You can just tell the level of promotion.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
King of the Cage, like they got everything. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like, yeah, crazy.
Yeah, man. I mean, basically all our lives, man, me and Jacob, just even if it's uncomfortable opportunities, man, we have to take them, you know? And that was something that was kind of like, whoa, like a lot of people don't do that for their first fight. Well, I did, you know? So, yeah, I mean, it was crazy because I was Jacob's corner, too.
Yeah.
So the intensity of just being up on the cage, hit him 1-2, left jab, it's crazy,
And
man.
then for him to get the knockout
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
first round, too. I swear you can't write this stuff any
my
better.
boy,
It's
man.
unbelievable. Yeah, King of the Cage was amazing.
Crazy.
I remember one thing that kind of sticks out in my mind from that night is when we were all backstage and Herb Dean was kind of going over the pre-fight meeting, you know, kind of explaining what he's looking for in the fighters and going over some of the rules. And I just remember Herb Dean talking, and then you just see two EMTs walk by with a gurney, and it's just,
Ready.
it's just it just puts everything into perspective. Like, man, you guys really are putting it all on the line right
Guaranteed.
here, and things can really go in a bad way.
Yeah, check this out.
What
What really hit me is you signed the waiver, and it's like death may be an option. It's like, all right, hey, this is modern day gladiator shit. You know what I'm saying? So
that's crazy.
we strap up, we ready, man.
Yeah, I remember going in and seeing the doctor pre-fight too, and yeah, he did not want no cameras in that room, but yeah, just going through and talking to the doctor, and yeah, I don't know, man. I see like King of the Cage was amazing. Like I wanted to be backstage interviewing the fighters as they were coming. I feel like there's nobody out there getting content. There's nobody out there really, you know,
kind of soaking it all up.
Yeah, like these fighters need more promotion, and there's no Ariel Helwani, you know what I'm saying? There's nobody out there really grabbing, you know, the fight game and taking that opportunity and taking it to the next level, you know. So
right. Well, especially like you were talking about, shout out Bear's Photos. He just started doing that, I think so.
Yeah.
So it's like a new thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Just like this year.
Yeah, shout out Bear's Best, man.
Mm-hmm.
He definitely, he's right in the thick of things. He's giving some of these fighters amazing content and giving people like me opportunities to capture content for you, and man, and just capturing that moment between you and Terrence, and Terrence is amazing, man.
He's a beast, man.
I remember his last fight he won. The very next day he was on Ariel Helwani, already back in Spokane doing a Zoom podcast with Ariel Helwani in the hospital where his girl's giving birth to his first son, kid.
He's a savage, man. He's a savage.
He is literally
a different
taking
breed, man.
I think he's making a bigger splash than Chiesa did out of Spokane.
Right.
Straight up, he is literally taking over.
It's crazy. It's crazy to see, man. It's dope too.
And to have him kind of taking you under his wing, that's a match made in heaven. He's gonna show you the ropes and
guaranteed,
and give you so much of a better opportunity inside of the octagon. And what do you know about your next opponent coming up October 15th?
So I know he's been in it for a long time. He's a little bit older than me, so I think he's like early 30s. You know,
damn.
For anybody who doesn't know, I'm 24. So he just Rick brought him to my attention. I didn't really know about him before, and I've heard that he's a good wrestler. You know, so I mean, I'm pretty much well-rounded. I can do anything, but my strength is probably like a stand-up. I'm a boxing type, you know. Came from a boxing background. So, I mean, that's my weakness right there is, you know, wrestling. So I've been really just focused on my jiu-jitsu, doing everything right at Warrior Camp, and I've been learning, man,
Keep it on the feet.
Guaranteed.
Yeah. Who put that fight together? Was it Rick?
Yeah, it was Rick,
Did the matchmaking on that one?
Yeah,
How did he come? He came to you with a fight? And
So, actually what happened is, last time I fought Jaden, Chance actually came up to Rick. He's like, hey, I want to challenge myself, man. You know, before I go pro or something like that, I feel like Elijah's a good opponent. And I'm like, let's get it. A lot of people are like, no, I don't know, man. He's kind of strong. He's a big cat. He is, but like I said, man, I'm all about challenges, you know. You got to step up, man.
For you, it's an unbelievable opportunity. Your third fight, you're fighting for a title.
Guaranteed, man.
It's unbelievable.
It's a blessing, man.
It's 100% a blessing, and It's a movie, man. It's a movie, and you're writing it right now, and you're literally, man. Like I can't. Before you stepped in the octagon, like I'm getting butterflies, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm getting nervous, so I can only imagine what it's like for you.
It's
You know
intense,
what I'm saying?
man. It's one of the most intense feelings ever.
Yeah.
Like straight up, you know.
It's crazy, just yeah, unbelievable. But yeah, October 15th, man. It's coming up quick. Yeah. How about inspirations coming up? Did you have any inspirations, like anybody that you looked up to? Maybe any idols or anybody that kind of made you really want to get into this?
As far as like people around me, I mean, I would probably say, you know, like a few friends and stuff like that. I kind of looked up to what they're doing. And Ashton was one of them because I kind of knew him, you know, from back then.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, he's really making a way out here, man. And he's from Spokane. So hard work, you put that in and you can really get a lot of places. But yeah, man, I kind of just found it for myself, like a lot of inspiration for myself. There was always something like I felt like there was missing, you know, part of me. I was just like, I mean, yeah, like I said, for a minute, fighting was kind of like, I thought it was going to be a hobby and it just.
Yeah, you never like grew up watching it, huh? Like you never like followed the UFC or anything like that?
I did, yeah, I did. I probably started watching like UFC fights and all that, like MMA strictly, like probably a couple years ago.
Yeah.
So yeah.
The Conor wave kind of.
Yeah. I remember I actually started off watching Israel Adesanya.
Nice.
Yeah, so he was actually, he's probably one of a big inspiration for me and stuff,
Dude,
you know.
Israel Adesanya making content watching Terrence McKinney's fights.
Like,
man.
I
think Israel is really cool as Terrence, to be honest.
Guaranteed,
He really likes him, but yeah, that's dope, man. Yeah, Ashton's doing big things. Brady's doing big things. Sick Jitsu doing big things. Like, yeah. I'm telling you, man, Spokane is literally the fight hub. Man.
It is, man. It's growing.
Just so many different avenues and so many different promotions trying to come up out of here. So many different fighters, female fighters, male fighters, all different weight classes. What weight class is this fight on October 15th about to be?
So it's middleweight. I'm at 185, yeah.
185.
Yeah.
And are you going to have to cut any weight to make 185?
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit, yeah.
So
probably not too much.
You're
Just
kind of
say
just keep dieting,
right,
staying lean so that you don't have to make a big old cut.
Exactly. It's all about pretty much just training and dieting. Dieting is a huge part, man. It's the hardest part for me, guaranteed.
What is what's the diet? What is your diet right now? And then what is your training regimen kind of looking like these days? Like take me through a day.
Yeah. So basically, I mean, you know, I work, so I get up real early and stuff like that, hit work. When I get off, I go to training about 7 o'clock. And so I'm usually there for like 2-3 hours. It's just, you know, we start off, there's different days at Warrior Camp. So like Tuesday, Thursday will be strictly MMA. And then like Monday, Wednesday, it'll be like jiu-jitsu and stuff like that. So I'll go every day of the week. Saturday and Sunday, usually my rest days. But yeah, the dieting is pretty much like no sugar, like, you know, no juice, no sugar, no soda. I don't really drink soda anyways, but gotta stay away from like fast foods, you know, fatty foods, fried stuff. So it's really just like a lot of veggies, chicken, fish. I mean, I'm going in, you know.
Yeah, you're doing it the right way, man.
Yeah.
You have to, man. You're literally like, you're putting everything on the line. You know what I'm saying? You want to go into that cage as you know, on fight night, feeling the best that you can possibly feel. You want to peak right on that night of the fight. That's when you want everything to kind of align and, you know, so that you can shock the world again.
Guaranteed.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, kind of focusing on the fight, the music, but you're still also performing all over the place too.
Oh yeah.
Are you creating music right now? Or are you kind of?
Yeah, a lot of unreleased stuff from this year. So my plan was basically, I'm not gonna, you know, tell too much. You gotta keep on the low. But basically, after my fight, I'm gonna take a little break. I'll still be training and stuff like that. But as far as fights, I'm gonna wait till next year, so I can kind of just lock myself in the studio. You know, release these unreleased bangers and go crazy.
Get some music videos out there.
Yeah.
I got you on that.
Guaranteed, man. You know that.
Yeah, man. But yeah, just you got anything else coming up? Just kind of training, right? Just
training,
getting
man.
ready for this fight.
The big fight, yeah. The second biggest thing, or the first biggest thing actually that was first was Pig Out. So
yeah,
now that that's done, you know, just over real quick. It's already September, damn. But
going by. Yeah.
Yeah, dog. But yeah, the fight is my main focus right now. So I'm all in, you know.
You watch any videos of this guy? Do you know his, like, I know he's a wrestler and everything, but have you kind of...
Yeah, I mean, I basically had to watch some videos to even know who he was, you know. And I can't lie, he's a tough opponent. That's why I took it, you know.
Do you know what his record is?
No, I don't. I think he's been fighting for a long time, man. Like, the first video I saw from him was in, like, 2014 or something.
Damn. Yeah.
So, yeah. So...
Well, good luck with everything, man. Like, I'll be there. Like I said, I feel like there's like this scene is not being tapped into when it comes to content and stuff like that. Like, I would love to follow you around and do a little vlog, day in the life, you know.
Oh, yeah, let's get it.
Just get you some content. Like, I want to be the production team for fighting out here. Like, I want to produce content like the UFC is doing, but for some of these lower promotions, or for some of these amateur fighters.
Absolutely,
and lower promotions. Like, I really want to give them an opportunity to kind of blow their name up prior to getting to the UFC. I feel like obviously once you get to the UFC, it's like that machine is going to kind of take over.
Right, of course.
And that's when their name kind of blows up. But why can't their name blow up at a lower level? You know what I'm saying?
Where they started, man.
Yeah.
The base of it.
Yeah. Why can't we make content and videos out here and get local support, like get the local scene like going crazy for certain fighters, and maybe that'll help them get into the UFC. Like, who knows? You know what I'm saying?
Nah, man. Pablo and Terrence, like, excuse me, it's like, as far as like people coming in for photos and stuff, they're real cool, man. Like, all I have to do is just talk to my coach. And
these guys are characters, man. Like, these guys need to be like filmed. Like, this whole story like needs to be told. You know what I'm saying? Like, I almost feel obligated to like help tell this story, because it literally is a movie, and they're gonna write movies about it one day, like, straight up,
guaranteed.
Like,
gotta capture it now. Yeah, no, I definitely. That's why I wanted to work with you, man, because you know, exactly that thinking and stuff and that mindset. So no, 100%.
Well, shit, man. Good luck with everything. I'll be sweating bullets. I'll be having butterfly, but I believe in you, man. Like,
appreciate it. Man.
You say you've watched that fight 100 times. Damn, I've watched it at least 20 times. And every time I watch it, I'm just like shocked. Like, I'm like, you could not write this any better, man.
Right.
This guy coming in, not even on the poster. Literally your setup fight. Like, they think he's gonna run through you probably.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Like,
no,
this
guaranteed.
Is their guy. They're trying to make his name. You know, they're trying to build his name, and like, just throw him in there, and then for you to just come in there and knock him out in the first round. Yeah. Crazy.
It's wild, man. I didn't even believe it. Like, I had to be like, damn.
It was an out-of-body experience.
You know, like, yeah.
And then to capture the whole celebration with you and Terrence, too. Like,
it's crazy, man.
So happy I have that footage, and I'm happy that we have this footage, you know, and we can look back on it after you knock this guy out and win a championship.
Guaranteed.
It's going to be crazy, man.
Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody that made this happen, man. You know, Rick, Sick, everybody over there is cool, a beast, but...
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, I feel like this is definitely just a start, you know. It's just blowing up. I definitely, like, a year ago, man, didn't even think to imagine I'll be here, you know. So,
well, it's happening. It's all coming together, and you're gonna knock this guy out on October 15th.
Appreciate it.
Get tickets. We're gonna put the link in the description. Go get tickets. It's cheap. Go support. We're gonna pack that house out. It's gonna sell out. I know it's gonna sell out.
Oh, it's gonna be crazy. Yeah, tickets are already selling fast.
Yeah.
So this month, y'all get your tickets this month. Northern Quest Casino website, man. Hit me up for the link if you need it, cause I got it.
All right, guys. Alpha Grand TV. This is it. We out, baby. Let's go. Fucking A.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Quick, simple, quick, easy. Nice.
That was dope, man. Thank you, man. For real.
30 minutes. That's not bad. That's like kind of exactly like I said. Shit.
That was good, man.
That was dope. Man. I'm excited as fuck for this fight too. Man.
Oh man, it's gonna be crazy, man. It's gonna be crazy. I know me and Jacob are just.
I almost want to show you. I almost want to show you some of this fucking footage real quick that I have of that.
Oh, let's get it.